What's good, Bit Rushers? My name's Kyler. In today's video, we're going to have an update on the Rush Fund and an update on my journey on trying to become a crypto millionaire, turning $1,000 into $1 million in under 1 year. If that sounds good to you, please do stick around. Everyone who's new around here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click the bell to be notified on all future channels. You can also find links to my social media. Go ahead and follow me there at BitRush9000, and you can also join the free Telegram chat group linked below. There's also links to some sweet BitRush crypto merch and several investment projects that I'm involved in, including this one, the Rush Fund, and the Rush Token. Alright guys, here we go. Alright, if you'd like more information about the Rush Fund and the Rush Token, you can come on over to token.bit-rush.com, and it'll give you all the information here. General overview about the token. Basically, it's an investment of this channel and the investments I make here on the channel. If you buy into the Rush Fund and you hold more than 1,000 Rush tokens, you will be eligible to earn quarterly dividends paid out in Ethereum, the first payout being at the beginning of April 21. We're also about to add staking here at the end of March, hopefully, or early April. And if you hold more than 10,000 Rush token, gives you special access to get special NFTs, special merch, all kinds of extra access, as well as the governance, which means you get a vote in what happens in the Rush Fund and the Rush token. Plan on adding a bunch of more cool stuff for that in the future. However, right now we just minted a special NFT and we're getting ready to do a merch drop at the beginning of April with the first dividends payout. And as you can see, we have a roadmap here. We're past most of this. We are looking at the end of March still for staking, or again, very early April, and so these two maybe are switched, but eventually we will get to the end of this roadmap here and we will pay out our first dividends. And with that, we're looking to have a new website. I'm having a new website built here, guys, so this one will no longer be around, sad to say. The public sale on Uniswap, if you want, you can click here and view that token on Uniswap. Again, up top here, if you guys come, you can just buy directly through this button, brings you over to Uniswap, and this link will get you over to Etherscan. The contract address is right here, and the only wallet address that's involved in this token is also listed somewhere here, right here. Okay, also have all the important Telegram chat groups and all that kind of stuff. If you guys want to get involved, definitely come over here. As I mentioned, this website will be gone hopefully soon, and we'll have a brand new one here along with some staking before you know it. Hopefully before April, that is the goal. So let's get into the actual fund. So anyone who hasn't been following along from the beginning of this becoming a crypto millionaire project, basically I set out with only $1,000 to try to turn $1,000 into $1 million in under 1 year. I started out with some investing and showing what it would take to get there. Quite a bit of money to begin with and some big gains. Coming down, we started switching into some leverage trading and started growing our funds rapidly. We did get involved in an airdrop and we still haven't received that just yet, so still waiting on that one. Then we built out the fund, and this is where you guys came in. We started asking for investments, and we started investing some of that money into this fund and grew this fund up quite a bit. And now we have the reallocation of the fund, and this is where we currently are. And just coming down before I go through everything, just to give you guys a sneak peek of everything that we see right here. The total right now is $37,812, which is a slight loss since the last update of $1,156, a minus 2.97%, so almost negative 3%, guys, since the last update. So as you can tell, we are in a slight loss. However, it is due to several factors that we're going to cover as we go through the fund. One is overall just a market correction. The market did just see a 30% correction over the past couple weeks, and because of that correction, several of the coins and the value of the coins in the fund are down. And because that value is down, we are showing, a little bit of a loss. However, we didn't actually lose anything because we didn't sell yet. And as long as you're not selling for a loss, you're not losing anything. So we will make that back as long as we believe that the price and value of all of the coins that we are holding are going up. And if we didn't believe that all the value of the coins we were holding was going up, then we wouldn't be holding them, right? So we're still bullish on all of these tokens, and that's why we're holding. We would have cashed out if we felt differently. So even though we are showing a slight loss on the books, we actually didn't lose anything. That's the first thing to keep in mind. All right, guys, so let's go through this. DOT. We picked up some more DOT. We haven't got bonded into the staking yet. And in fact, if it doesn't go here soon, I may just unbond those funds and try to put them staked somewhere else, like over on Ohm. However, right now we do have 60 Polkadot at the current value, so we did gain a little bit on that. We picked up some Roya, and we are staking our Roya at 31%, so we haven't been doing it long enough to make much of a gain, but we're up 8 Roya, and the price has gone up slightly, so some nice gains there as well. Coming down to APY, we put more into APY since the last time we talked, I believe. I'm not sure if I did that before the last video or not, but we now have, about a little over 1,000. And we've actually seen a little dip on this, so I need to do an update on APY and figure out why I'm losing, if that's just the value of Tether going down or what's going on there. But we are down $11, not much, but nothing significant, just kind of curious to see why that is. So we'll look into that in a future video. And DeFi BRAINZ has gone down just slightly since the last updated video, but up overall still. So still doing good here with our stakes at about 5,787. As you can tell, we no longer have YPod in here, and that is now in our liquidity pair because that stake ended, and we did gain about 39 dough. So we can see that 39 dough, which is value currently of about $52.26. And so that's no longer here under the stakes, and we move that down to the liquidity pair, which you can now see has grown to a value of $1,700. Also, we have just a slight increase in the value here on the Rush ETH token pair, which is the main liquidity for the fund. We do encourage anyone who holds large amounts of Rush to provide liquidity and to help out grow that pool out. We're also planning on taking a little bit of gains, hopefully at the end of the month, and putting in a little bit more liquidity to help grow the fund a little bit faster. But total here in liquidity, we have $12,875. Then getting into some of the altcoins, we can just come down and see most of these altcoins across the board, guys, since we purchased them, are up. However, they're down since the last updated video, and so we do have a lesser value here. But just coming through, a couple of the new ones are VTX Vortex. We have that new dough that we have added. We have our secret ETH. We have our validator token for the Zora network. We have Matic, and I believe that's all of the new ones that we've added. The rest of them were on here, even though some of those may have been on here already. And we cashed out a little of the other ones up top. You guys can see and check some of them, mainly Sparta. And we also cashed out a little bit of APY when it was up and put into some of these other new tokens. So the total there in altcoins is sitting around $9,899. Then coming down to our leverage account is up quite a bit. It was up to about $10,000. However, we cashed a little bit out of that, and I'll tell you guys about that in a minute. And then we grew it up even more, so currently sitting at about $9,250. So again, the total for the fund right now is $37,812. And the gains since the origination of the fund at the $15,679 is $22,133, or 143% gains. And obviously, guys, that's excellent gains, but since the last update, we are down $1,156. We're also, which is about 3% negative. So, fund took a little bit of a loss in terms of, just the overall value. But again, we didn't sell any of these tokens off for a loss. We sold most of them off in profit, and we just reinvested into other tokens. And the value on most of these tokens we had invested in is down just slightly. The other big thing to keep in mind here, guys, that I haven't mentioned just yet is I did cash out over $1,000. Okay, just slightly over $1,000, probably almost the exact amount that we're down on a gain or loss, maybe even a little bit more. I think it was closer to about $1,400 at the time I cashed it out. And why I cashed out that amount is that we needed to pay for this new staking contract. So we're getting a new contract written for the staking and the LP yield farming. So we're going to have that and the new website. So that's being built for the cost that we had there. And then we also had a couple other expenses that I needed to cover. I did have a few other small expenses I needed covered with that $1,400, such as getting some merch and some stickers and paying for the art for the NFTs, and just a couple little extra small odds and ends that go into that $1,400. So if we take that into account, which we haven't added on here yet, just kind of pulling that out of the fund and using it out of the profits here because it goes back towards it. We're going to earn more with the website and the staking and yield farming and rewarding some of the main token holders and just general people on the channel here with a little bit of those NFTs and things of that nature. So overall, if you take that into account, we're most likely still up or just about even. However, I'm okay calling it a small loss at this point, guys, because I am set and ready to explode on some of these other investments we've recently made, and my leverage trading is going absolutely great. Just really growing that fund up and doing good things there. So still super, super bullish on this fund, even though we have seen a market correction of about 30%. And we even took a little bit out to cover some expenses and just cover some overhead costs of the fund and getting things going here to continue to keep growing. And with that said, we're just about even from the last update, set for some explosive growth going into March and February. I hope you guys did enjoy this film. I hope you guys did enjoy the update here. If you did, please do smash that thumbs up. It does help with the algorithm. Also share with a friend or family member or anyone else you think may enjoy watching this video on the Rush Fund and the Rush Fund token update. If you guys are interested in this project, do subscribe to the channel. Click the bell to be notified on all future content, including the Crypto Millionaire and all of my other videos. Happy crypto. Let's get that coin.